Good afternoon, everyone. Trader trick number 9, using the buyback rule to your advantage, part 1. Why part 1? This is about the mechanisms of when companies are allowed to buy back stock or not. The second one will be how to take advantage of it using zero DTE options. The first thing to know, 5 weeks prior to earnings, companies voluntarily don't buy back stock. That's just the way it's been. So they usually don't buy back stock. The second thing you're going to notice in here is this rule. This is a big deal. This is Rule 10b-18. This says that companies cannot buy back stock the last 10 minutes or really the beginning of the day. That's why a lot of times you see Apple, the low being on the opening, the biggest buybacks are low on the opening, and then them selling off at the end of the day. So let's show you what we're talking about. The 5-week voluntary buyback blackout is for civil reasons. Because if they buy back a ton of stock, they have great earnings, people accuse them of inside information, but it's voluntary. But usually we've seen that companies adhere to that. But this is what I want to show you. This is at 15.50 yesterday. The companies with the biggest buybacks like JP Morgan got rocked right at the end of the day. It wasn't just JP Morgan. There's two ways. One of them is at 15.50, stocks get nailed because of the lack of the buybacks. As you see on the right, the S&P was actually going up all day. The other thing you're going to notice, there are other companies that have big buybacks that traders are anticipating the lack of buybacks. So when I just showed you the S&P going up all day, Apple stopped going up at 1 o'clock. This happens a lot in anticipation, and then it fell apart right at 15.50. So the key in there is a lot of stocks with big buybacks start going down at 15.50. Can you short JP Morgan right here? As long as you have a tight stop, sure you can. That was good for 1.5 points. Capital One worked, Apple worked, Visa worked. That's how we try to trade these of the buyback blackouts. Now you can combine that with indexes. That will be in Trader Trick number 9, part 2. Take care.